Let's talk about the comic book industry. I think it's appropriate because, well, if you are a fan of this channel, you're probably a fan of a few other channels that are similar to mine. I'm going to guess there's quite a few of you that are probably subscribed to Eric July. And he's started his own Ripaverse, his own comic book company. And I think it's pretty cool. He's doing incredibly well. ISOM #2 launched yesterday. It's already made $1 million, which is crazy. It is mind-blowing. It's doing better than the first campaign, I believe. And the first campaign made almost $4 million. Maybe it made more. I don't remember the exact number, but it made a ton of money. He's got 2 more books coming out this year. I think that's great. I really like what he's doing. We need stuff like that because, well, the mainstream comic book industry, they're not in a good place. There's some good indie comics out there, but most of the stuff from the big two, from Marvel and DC, really isn't that great. Some of it's okay, but it's not mind-blowing, not like it used to be. Think back to the Marvel comics of the early 2000s even. Some of that stuff was really good. And then Marvel Now happened somewhere in between then, and they just went off the rails. And a lot of people have left the comic book scene. And no better evidence of that than Steve Orlando right here, comic book writer. Sales are struggling alongside the whole industry. Right now, we'll hopefully get to 10. To get even 15 issues, sales will need to continue to climb. And this is a response to somebody asking about his Scarlet Witch run, which I don't know if it's good or bad. I'm just pointing out here that he's admitting that things aren't good right now. And that has a lot to do with the fact that you've got a lot of people in there that hate the fans and hate some of the characters, particularly the Punisher, who they absolutely destroyed. I did a video on that. Highly recommend you check it out. But to give you a quick summary, they don't like his fans, so they've decided to completely rework the character. They changed his logo, resurrected his wife so that she could chastise him and cuck him, kill him, and then take all of his money. She took all of his money, kept her half so she could go out and live up a lavish life, riding around in her new Jeep, as she said in the thing, and had bags of money so that she could go out and just live up life, and took all of his money and then donated it to charities in the name of his kids. Took away his skull logo, his guns, everything. Now he's like half dead, kind of alive in a limbo world, leading little kids around. No longer the man he was. And what was funny is the article that I read for the video admitted that it was pretty obvious that the guy who was writing it, and that's Aaron, I can't remember his first name. A lot of people like him, but I think he's kind of overrated. But they said they believe that he hated the character, and it showed in the final issue. Not a shocker. But it's deeper than that. Because these people also hate you. And it's never been shown so beautifully than Ron Mars, who can't keep himself contained. He does a great job at kicking comic book fans out of the industry with his dumb comments. And here's another one. Ron Mars from June 6th, 2023. The Punisher isn't problematic. He's a bad guy we root for because he kills worse bad guys. The problem is the dummies in jacked pickups festooned with Punisher's stickers who don't grasp that the Punisher is a bad guy. The Punisher isn't problematic. It's you, right-winger. So because dudes in really cool pickup trucks like to put that sticker in their window because it looks cool, and because police like to use it, he had to go, which is funny because the Marvel universe is going to keep him exactly how he was. I guarantee it. They're not going to switch to that stupid alien, or not. It's not even alien. It's a Japanese demon or something. They're not going to switch to that. That's what's funny. The comics are changing it for people that don't even read comics. The only people that are being punished are people that actually read that comic, that actually liked the character. They haven't known what to do with him for a while. Before this, they put him in like War Machine's armor and stuff. But this is a really good tweet by him because it shows exactly who they hate. People that they don't agree with politically, that's stereotyping them to, saying, oh, all right-wingers are running around in jacked pickup trucks. Make no mistake, I've talked about Ron Mars before. He does not like anybody that leans right or probably even center. Big, long-time comic book artist, by the way. He's been around for a long time. Here are some of his runs. Mostly a lot of DC stuff, but he has a lot of Marvel comic stuff as well. Here you go right here. Silver Surfer, Thor, What If, Secret Defenders. Marvel Comics Presents, Captain America, Cosmic Powers, and so on and so on. But a lot of Batman stuff, and so on and so on. Superman. Just showing you. The comic book industry is full of people that hate you. It's insane. And, you know, a lot of people have checked out. This is the problem with the comic book industry. And I'm not saying, like, you don't have to like everybody, but the difference is if you're working in this industry, especially a struggling industry, you probably shouldn't openly hate your customers so much. That probably would help, is to maybe just not hate them so much. Just a thought. Maybe not hate your fans so much that you go and change a character fundamentally because you don't like his fans. It's so wild. But this is the comic book industry. And the main problem is DC and Marvel don't really run for profit. Literally, Disney and Warner just keep them going as IP farms. But the problem is there's a whole industry around those two industries, or there's a whole industry that surrounds Marvel and DC, who need them to be good to bring in younger readers who will hopefully move over to the independent stuff that they make and keep the cycle going. So all of the indie people suffer because Marvel and DC is garbage now. And it doesn't help. They bring in subpar talent. A lot of the art, a lot of it's bad. There's a few good people out there, but for the most part in the mainstream, a lot of it's just their friends bringing in friends. So it's the same problem. You have the same like-minded people running games, canceling people, trying to get people kicked out, and running mean girls clubs and stuff. I've talked about this in extent before, but this is captured well here. Dummies and jacked up pickups. Who do you think he's talking about there? So it's just funny to see them be so open about it. They're also in the entertainment industry. Just wanted to point this out real quick. That awful Gotham Knights show that is complete shit. It's a garbage concept. It's the same people that made Batwoman. That pile of trash did so well that they canceled it and then made a new show and brought everybody involved over to Gotham Knights. Oh, surprise, surprise. It got canceled ahead of its season 1 final. I can't make this up. And what's even better is the CW is making no superhero shows now except Superman and Lois, which is a good show, actually. They actually renewed that one because people watch it because it's good and they don't push a woke message in it. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all this. I'd like to hear from you. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.